This video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute professional medical advice. Please consult with your doctor or a qualified healthcare specialist before starting any new vitamins or supplements mentioned in this video. Use of this information is at your own risk. Imagine ending up in a wheelchair because of your breakfast. It sounds impossible, but this white liquid is the hidden cause behind millions of senior falls. It's not strengthening your legs, it's turning your muscles into fat and your bones into dust. Don't let a beverage steal your independence. Watch this. Your breakfast might be the reason you lose your legs next year. We have been fed a lie for decades, a deception so deep that we defend the very thing that is destroying us. After age 60, a common healthy drink turns into a silent destroyer, actively hollowing out your bones and trapping you in a body you can no longer control. The damage is invisible, hiding deep within your hip joints and your femur, until the day you take a simple step, hear a snap, and realize life as you know it is over. You are drinking your way to a hip fracture, and the industry has convinced you it is for your own good. You need to know the truth before it is too late. Welcome to EldraFit Nutrition. It's a pleasure to have you with us today. If you value your independence and want to uncover the real science behind aging strong, please hit that subscribe button right now. Your support gives us the motivation to keep fighting for your health and exposing the truths that others are afraid to speak. Now, we need to have a difficult conversation. This is not about scaring you. It is about saving you from a future of frailty. To understand why your morning glass of milk might be poison to your system, you must first accept a biological reality that most doctors are too busy to explain. Your body at 60 is biochemically distinct from your body at 30. The rules of survival have changed, but your diet has not. When you were younger, your body was a fortress of regeneration. You could consume almost anything, and your powerful enzyme production and rapid cellular repair would handle it. But as you cross the threshold of 50 and move into your 60s, a fundamental shift occurs. Your digestive enzyme production plummets. Your intestinal lining, the barrier that keeps toxins out of your blood, becomes more permeable, a condition often called leaky gut. Simultaneously, your immune system shifts into a state scientists call inflammaging. Inflammaging is not the acute inflammation you get from a cut or a bruise that heals in a few days. It is a chronic, low-grade fire burning inside your tissues. It slowly degrades your cartilage, stiffens your arteries, and signals your body to break down bone faster than it can build it. This is the critical moment where the mistake happens. You have been told that to fight this aging process, you need calcium, so you reach for dairy. But in this new biological environment of your aging body, that milk does not act like a builder. It acts like an invader. Because your gut barrier is compromised, proteins from the milk that might have been harmless decades ago now slip through the cracks, triggering your immune system to attack. Instead of strengthening your legs, you are triggering a systemic alarm. Your body, in an attempt to neutralize the acidity and inflammation caused by these foreign proteins, begins to leach minerals from your own skeleton. It is a tragic irony. You are pouring white liquid into your body thinking it is cement for your bones, but your body perceives it as a threat and dissolves your own structural integrity to fight it. The stiffness you feel in your knees when you wake up, the heaviness in your legs when you climb stairs, and the subtle loss of balance, these are not just getting old. They are often the result of a biological mismatch between what you are eating and what your aging physiology can actually handle. You are feeding the inflammation that is eating your mobility. Before we move on to reveal exactly which milks are guilty of this betrayal, I want you to pause and reflect on what you believe about your own body. Here is a question for you to answer in the comments below. Based on what we just discussed, what do you think is the biggest enemy of your bone health after age 60? A, a lack of calcium intake. B, chronic inflammation, inflammaging. Type A or B in the comments right now. Your answer matters because understanding this distinction is the key to saving your legs. Let's see how many of you get this right. The primary culprit of this biological betrayal is likely sitting in your refrigerator door right now, disguised as a wholesome staple of a healthy diet. It is conventional dairy milk, the standard, non-organic, factory-farmed white liquid that dominates the grocery store shelves. We have been conditioned to believe that this product is essential for strong bones, but the reality of modern industrial dairy is a far cry from the milk your grandparents might have drunk on the farm. This is no longer a natural product. It is a chemically altered substance that your aging body recognizes not as nourishment, but as a threat. The first hidden danger lies in the invisible cocktail of synthetic hormones. To maximize profit, most conventional dairy cows are injected with recombinant bovine growth hormone to artificially boost milk production. This practice drastically increases the levels of insulin-like growth factor 1, or IGF-1, in the milk you drink. While IGF-1 is necessary for growing children, for a person over 60, it is a dangerous accelerant. At this stage in life, your body is already fighting to repair accumulated DNA damage. You do not want to stimulate rapid cell proliferation. High levels of IGF-1 have been directly linked to an increased risk of breast, prostate, and colon cancers. You are essentially pouring a growth signal onto cells that should be resting and repairing, adding fuel to a fire that your immune system is trying desperately to control. Beyond the hormones, there is the silent destruction of your gut microbiome caused by antibiotic residues. Factory-farmed cows live in stressed, crowded conditions and are routinely dosed with antibiotics to prevent infection. These antibiotics do not magically disappear. Trace amounts end up in your glass. As a senior, your gut microbiome is your first line of defense against illness and your primary engine for nutrient absorption. When you consume these residues daily, you are slowly carpet bombing the beneficial bacteria in your gut. This leaves you vulnerable to infection, unable to synthesize essential vitamins, and contributes to the very leaky gut issue that drives systemic inflammation. Furthermore, we must address the specific protein structure found in this milk. The vast majority of dairy cattle in the U.S. produce milk containing A1 beta casein. When your digestive system breaks this protein down, it releases a peptide called BCM7, which acts as an inflammatory opioid in the body. For years, people have blamed lactose for their digestive distress. But often the true villain is this A1 protein triggering inflammation in the gut lining. This chronic irritation does not just cause bloating. It sends inflammatory signals throughout your body, settling in your joints and arterial walls, worsening the stiffness and pain you feel in your hips and knees. Perhaps the most heartbreaking deception of all is the calcium paradox. You drink milk to protect your bones, yet countries with the highest dairy consumption have the highest rates of osteoporosis and hip fractures. This happens because conventional milk, despite its calcium content, is an acid-forming food due to its high animal protein and phosphate content. To neutralize this acidic load and maintain a stable pH in your blood, your body activates a desperate buffering mechanism. It pulls alkaline minerals, specifically calcium, out of your bones. You are stripping the structural integrity from your own femur to neutralize the beverage you just drank. You are not building your legs. You are slowly hollowing them out from the inside, leaving them brittle and prone to the catastrophic fractures that end independence. If conventional milk is a subtle enemy, the next two categories are aggressive saboteurs of your mobility. The industry has created variations of milk that they market specifically to seniors as heart-healthy or fun ways to get nutrition. But these products are catastrophic for your aging body. We are talking about flavored milks and the massive deception of low-fat varieties. Let us start with flavored milks: chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. Marketing campaigns often push these on seniors who may have lost their appetite, framing them as an easy way to get calories and protein. This is a dangerous lie. These beverages are essentially liquid candy. A single glass can contain as much sugar as a can of soda. When you consume this liquid sugar bomb, it bypasses the body's natural satiety signals and spikes your blood glucose instantly. For your legs, this is disastrous. High blood sugar is toxic to the nervous system. It damages the delicate capillaries that feed the nerves in your feet and lower legs, leading to peripheral neuropathy. This loss of sensation destroys your balance, making every step a potential fall. Furthermore, the sugar triggers an insulin surge that drives fat storage directly into your muscle fibers, replacing strong, functional muscle with useless fat, leaving your legs looking normal but structurally weak. Then there is the great low-fat lie. For 40 years, we have been told to choose skim or low-fat milk to save our hearts and waistlines. This advice has been disastrous for bone health. By removing the fat from milk, manufacturers remove the crucial delivery system for bone-building nutrients. Vitamins A, D, and most importantly, K2 are fat-soluble. They require fat to be absorbed. Vitamin K2 is the critical traffic director that tells calcium where to go. Without K2, calcium drifts aimlessly in your bloodstream and often settles in the arteries of your legs instead of your bones. This leads to a condition where your arteries turn to stone while your bones turn to dust. You are drinking skim milk thinking you are avoiding heart disease, but you are actually promoting the calcification of your blood vessels, restricting blood flow to your legs, and causing the cramping and weakness that limits your walking. Additionally, without the fat to slow down digestion, the lactose sugar in skim milk hits your system rapidly, causing the same insulin spikes that drive inflammation. You are starving your body of the nutrients it needs to repair itself while flooding it with inflammatory sugar. It is a nutritional trap that leaves you weaker, hungrier, and more fragile with every glass. Now that we have exposed the beverages that are dismantling your mobility, it is time to focus on the powerful alternatives that can help you rebuild. You do not have to accept frailty as your destiny. By choosing the right liquids, you can provide your body with the specific tools it needs to strengthen your bones, protect your nerves, and fuel your muscles. These are not just substitutes. They are upgrades for your aging physiology. The first and superior option, if you can tolerate dairy, is organic grass-fed whole milk, specifically seeking out A2 protein varieties. The distinction here is critical. Cows that graze on green pastures produce milk with a fundamentally different nutritional profile than grain-fed cattle. This milk is naturally rich in vitamin K2, the essential nutrient we discussed that directs calcium into your skeleton and keeps it out of your arteries. It is the missing link in bone health. Furthermore, grass-fed milk is packed with conjugated linoleic acid, or CLA, a unique fatty acid that has been shown to help preserve lean muscle mass. As you age, keeping the muscle on your thighs and calves is just as important as bone density for preventing falls. By choosing A2 milk, you also avoid the inflammatory BCM7 peptide, allowing you to absorb these nutrients without triggering the gut inflammation that plagues so many seniors. For those who cannot tolerate dairy or prefer a plant-based path, unsweetened organic almond milk is a powerful ally for your legs. The key here is magnesium. Most seniors are chronically deficient in this mineral, and your muscles cannot function properly without it. Magnesium is the relaxation mineral. It prevents the painful cramping and restless legs that ruin your sleep and make walking difficult. Almond milk is also a rich source of vitamin E, a potent antioxidant that shields your nerves from oxidative stress, helping to preserve the sensitivity and reaction time in your feet that keeps you balanced. Finally, we have the metabolic fuel of unsweetened organic coconut milk. Fatigue is often the hidden cause of falls. You get tired, you drag your feet, and you trip. Coconut milk contains medium-chain triglycerides, or MCTs, a special type of fat that bypasses normal digestion and goes straight to the liver to be burned for energy. This provides a rapid, clean fuel source for your brain and muscles, giving you the stamina to stay active. Additionally, the lauric acid in coconut milk acts as a natural anti-inflammatory agent, helping to soothe the chronic joint pain in your knees and hips, allowing you to move with greater ease and confidence. The choice you make standing in the dairy aisle tomorrow morning is not merely about selecting a beverage to pour over your cereal. It is a fundamental decision about how you will live the rest of your life. We often think of aging as an inevitable slide into frailty, a surrender to the creaking joints and the fearful shuffling steps that limit our world. But the truth is, much of what we accept as normal aging is actually the cumulative result of nutritional errors we make every single day. You now possess the knowledge to break that cycle. You understand that your legs are not just limbs. They are your lifeline to freedom, your ticket to living in your own home rather than a facility, and your ability to navigate the world with dignity. Stop sabotaging this independence with the false promises of conventional dairy. Stop pouring the inflammatory hormones of factory-farmed milk into your aging system. Reject the sugary deception of flavored drinks that destroy your nerves, and refuse the hollow promise of skim milk that calcifies your arteries while starving your bones. These are not health foods. They are thieves stealing your mobility one sip at a time. It is time to clear your refrigerator of these mistakes and replace them with the building blocks of true strength. Embrace the healing power of organic grass-fed whole milk that directs calcium to where it truly belongs. Welcome the nerve-protecting magnesium of almond milk and the vibrant, brain-boosting energy of coconut milk. These are the tools that will keep you standing tall when others are falling. The power to change your trajectory is in your hands right now. Do not wait for a fracture to wake you up. Treat your body with the respect it deserves, fuel it with the nutrients it craves, and protect your independence with every choice you make. Your future self is begging you to choose wisely today. Thank you for watching, and here is to your strength, your health, and your freedom. The journey to better health often feels overwhelming, especially when we are bombarded with conflicting advice and years of ingrained habits. It is easy to feel that after a certain age, the die is cast and our physical decline is written in stone. But the information we have shared today proves that this fatalistic view is false. Your body is a miraculous adaptive biological machine that never stops listening to the signals you send it. Every time you take a sip of a beverage, you are sending a message. You are either commanding your body to inflame, degrade, and age, or you are inviting it to repair, strengthen, and thrive. The realization that something as simple as your morning milk choice can dictate your mobility is not meant to be a burden. It is meant to be a revelation of your own power. We often look for complex medical interventions or expensive supplements to save us, overlooking the profound impact of the basics. The truth is that the foundation of your independence rests on the daily, mundane decisions made in your kitchen. It is about respecting the reality of your changing physiology. To deny that your body needs different fuel at 65 than it did at 25 is to fight a war against nature that you cannot win. But to accept this change and to nourish yourself with intention rather than habit is to align yourself with the forces of healing. When you protect your legs, you are protecting your ability to walk in the park with your grandchildren, to travel, to garden, and to wake up without the fear of falling. This freedom is worth far more than the momentary comfort of a sugary drink or the convenience of a cheap dairy product. You are investing in your future self, ensuring that your golden years are defined by vitality rather than limitation. The most profound lesson to take from this is that tradition is not truth. Just because you have always done something, or because society has always told you it is normal, does not mean it serves your biological reality today. We often operate on autopilot, consuming foods because of nostalgia or marketing rather than nutritional necessity. To apply this to your life starting today, adopt the mindset of an ingredient investigator. When you go to the grocery store, do not just grab the carton with the pretty picture of a farm on it. Turn it over. Read the label. If you see added sugars, carrageenan, or ingredients you cannot pronounce, put it back. Ask yourself, does this fuel my mobility or does it feed my inflammation? Make the conscious decision to purchase one of the 3 alternatives we discussed: organic A2 milk, almond milk, or coconut milk. By making this one small physical change, you break the psychological chain of passive aging and take active command of your health. I have a simple question for you, and I would love to read your answers in the comments below. It helps our community learn from each other's choices. Which of the 3 healthy alternatives are you most willing to try this week? A2 milk, almond milk, or coconut milk? Please type your choice in the comments. If you found this information helpful and want to continue receiving the truth about senior nutrition that mainstream sources often ignore, please subscribe to the channel right now. Your subscription tells us that this content matters to you and gives us the motivation to keep researching and creating videos that help you live a longer, stronger life. Thank you for being here, and see you in the next video.